Let's move on to the 9 p.m. game. We have DJ Big Boss in our chat who does it best in the Mountain West, and he had a great weekend that he's coming off of, and thank you for that, DJ. Wyoming Cowboys at Colorado State Rams. Cowboys 1-1, 1-1 in the Mountain West. Colorado State opened their season against Fresno State at Fresno State. They were 1.5-point favorites. I moved to 2.5-point favorites, and they lose by 20. Let's talk about Wyoming. They lose 37-34 in overtime to Nevada, bounce back with a big 31-7 win over Hawaii. Cowboys dominated the game on the ground. Valde put up 163 yards, 2 TDs. Trey Smith, 89 yards, 2 TDs. Wyoming held Hawaii to just 233 yards of offense. And as I said, Rams got their season moving with 38-17 loss at Fresno State. Centeio was just 10 of 23 for 141 yards. And what was the worst part was the Rams' defense looked awful, allowing 432 yards of offense to a questionable offense at Fresno State. Let's see what we are dealing here. Wyoming, Colorado State. Wyoming opens up at -3. They're now -4 or 4.5. There are 3.5 still on the board as well. This total at 51. And I wonder, why don't we start with John Ryan? John, I wonder if there's going to be an overreaction to Colorado State's opening game where they got pummeled as a slight road favorite. And I wonder if there's going to end up being value on Colorado State as a home dog here. Why don't we start with you, John? Wyoming, Colorado State.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think that it's an overreaction already with Colorado State. However, Wyoming has that ground attack that I like. And in week 1, they didn't do so well. But last week they had 281 yards against Hawaii as a 3-point underdog. And they ran the ball for 59 times. They only threw the ball 18 times, completed 9 for 112. So they really didn't even need that because they were dominating the line of scrimmage they were just dominating. Against Hawaii, they rushed for 123. They passed.
John, we have some light issues there. It looks like you're being called by the heavens. I'm very concerned.
It's
the Jimmy glare there.
Don't
that
leave
good
the
of a
house.
look.
John, there. How's that?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm betting whatever he's on right now.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Here, let me put this down. No, seriously. As long as you heard what I said, that's kind of the point. I think the same thing's going to happen.
It's still coming in.
John,
He's still looking at it. He's still.
Wait, should I put on a show?
You gotta fix your lighting. Let's move
No,
on.
just close your blind.
It actually is. I guess it's the wind.
Is it?
We got 45, 50 mile an hour winds here on the East Coast. So it's probably the trees blowing everything around. But sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'll see what I can do.
It feels like your parents are beckoning you from the heavens.
Well, it's about time I say something heavenly, I guess.
C-Mac, let's go over to you here. Wyoming, Colorado State.
Man, this one's a tough one. And I don't know. If you like Wyoming, get on it. But I think it's a little bit too. Colorado State, wow, did they come out flat? That was horrible. And I don't know why O'Brien didn't start. I don't know what he saw in that dual threat. While he did get down there, what is it, Sendejo? Or what's their quarterback's name? You got it, Jimmy?
Teo, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, he got down there a few times. They couldn't cash it in. But Colorado State's defense was rough. And the whole thing was, their secondary's kind of experienced. They looked horrible. Fresno State, who, the quarterback threw 3 picks 4 days earlier, just picked him apart. So I don't know here. If you love Wyoming, it's now. If you want to wait, it's a little over biased. You think Colorado State? I'd go with O'Brien. I don't know why O'Brien didn't start for Colorado State. If that goes up, maybe there's some value here with Colorado State.
Ben,
later on.
Ben Sports 24/7 says there's value on Colorado State. They held Boise to 90 yards rushing, Fresno to 84 yards rushing. Wyoming likes to run the ball more than throw, so it might be a big issue for this Wyoming game. Viper NB on Wyoming. Noli knows, take it away. What do you think here, Wyoming, Colorado State?
I think I'm just going to let Viper speak for me, because, those are some points that I was going to allude to. You look at Colorado State, one thing they were able to do is hold them down in the running game to only 84 yards. And he mentioned this is a Wyoming team that on average rushes the ball 247 times a game, only passes 25 times. And if you listen to their coach coming into the season, that's one thing that they know that they have. They have the ground game. They like to ground and pound. And that's So that's going to lead me towards my angle. I like the way the Wyoming defense came to play a little bit, and Colorado State's offense really didn't look too great. Weren't able to sustain the drives. Only were able to put up the 17 points. And Wyoming still only allowing 99 yards rushing. They look pretty good. I mean, albeit going against a Nevada team. And if you look at the trends here, you look at the last game, only 17-7 game. It was only a 17-7 game, and then more than that, the 7 of the last Wyoming 9 games have gone under the total. Colorado State's last 5 games have gone under the total. I'm looking at under the total here. I think it'll stay under the 51 points.
Okay. Yeah, Gerald Martinez said here, Wyoming could be had a little bit if O'Brien could throw, because they got a great, I think, run defense, Wyoming. But yeah, I think Wyoming could be had a little bit if Colorado State throws it a little bit with O'Brien. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think we're just going to get more and more value. So I think we sit back, let the money come in on Wyoming. I mean, it's not going to get to 6.5 or anything like that, but
yeah,
we're going to get more.
5, 6.
Yeah, and at that point, I mean, what is really the difference? But I like it. Ben Sports 24/7 saying exactly. Only Colorado State defense looks good to stop the run, and that's all Wyoming is offering right now. All right, let's get our man John Ryan back in action. All right, John, Wyoming, Cowboys, Colorado State. Do you want to just put a bow on your breakdown, because we could hear you? It was just the light coming in. You want to any final thoughts on this spot?
Not really. I mean, that kind of summed it up. The Wyoming ground attack, I think, is still yet to be seen by everybody the way I see it. And, it's a caveat. I thought Penn State was a pretty good team, so keep that in mind. But seriously, Wyoming has proven it now against Hawaii, so I think they're going to do it again. So
you agree with the market move, and you agree with the market move. Do you plan to get to the window with Wyoming?
This will be one of my best bets.
Wyoming's going to be one of Gon's best bets, and DJ Big Boss likes the over. He says, "Don't tell Noli."
That's what I was going to say. Don't tell him.